wouldn't be offended. You get what I'm saying? So like boozy, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
hate, hate.
Here's the thing about Boosie, right? Boosie mentioned he mentioned something about Dwayne Wade's daughter. Daughter, right? Yeah. Dwayne Wade's child. Right?
Sicario got me cracking up. He's talking about the yellow eyes. Keep going.
In a interview with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is doing tremendous. He's finding his way in his old years of still getting to the bag. If you ever listen to his monologues, he was touring and doing monologues, just talking about his life, and it's phenomenal. It's not real. It's a little funny. It's a little like eye opening. It's crazy. But that's why and somebody else that's like that is Ghostface Killer, because like, he loves talking about Drake. He can talk about Drake for an hour. He can go on tour just talking about Drake. But I really need to pitch that to him. But in the interview, he's like, "Yo, he asked Boosie, do you like homosexuals? Do you like them?" He's like, so
off a question like that.
Do you like homosexuals? Is that what it is? But he was like, "Nah, I just don't agree with how they talk about this little boy. He's too young to actually choose that he wants to. If he can't choose, if he's supposed to drive, what to eat, what to wear for school, what you know what I'm saying, what to watch on TV, how you gonna say he can make a decision to be a female yet? He might just be influenced by all this stuff that's on social media." So this is what Boosie's saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what Boosie's saying. He's like, "I don't agree." So that's why Mike brought it up, right? But in that, for something in that conversation made Mike Tyson's daughter want to come holler at Boosie like she was going to put the paws on him. I guess Mike didn't allow her to interview him or anything like that, but there was enough that they brought it up in subject. But they was like, "Yo, would you have beefed with him? Would you have beef with the daughter? Beef with the daughter? Who's gonna beef with the daughter? Like, if she put the paws on him, of course Mike would have to get involved." So they asked. They said, "Look, the boxer gave Boosie a prior warning. He said, I feel like it'll get violent." And then he said, "This is what Boosie said. He said, first, it wasn't going to get violent, and he wasn't going to let her interview me. He was like, my daughter want to ask you some questions." I said, "Bring her in here. You know, I'm full of answers for questions." He continued downplaying the whole hostility in the room, but he says that she asked me questions. I asked her questions. She said what she had to say. I said what I had to say. Like, that's me, man. That's how I view things. So I guess you're probably coming at him about that subject and maybe some other things. But then somebody wanted. What you gonna say?
Hold on, keep going. You said somebody what?
Somebody else had to have asked him the question. If it got violent with the daughter, it was going to get violent with Mike. Do you think you could take Mike? Iron Mike. Now, Mike is not the same person that he used to be, right? But he's still Mike. If anything, what he showed when he was getting ready for that fight, he got the power. He got the power still. He's like, "Do you think you can take Mike?" He said, "You think that this man right here next to me is going to let me have to take Mike? This man right here will pull out and lay Mike and everybody else in that room down that's not with our team, and then stand over him like, yeah, we did it. He tried to hit him, and I hit him with something else, and now everybody did." This is Boosie's response. Now, it couldn't be that why you even asking me that question? Me and Mike would never fight. I respect Mike. Mike respects me. Maybe I should be his publicist.
Maybe.
Because that's a way better answer than if it's gonna be me and Mike. Listen, there's only one person gonna come out of the room. There's one person gonna be put in a body bag, and if his daughter's in the room, maybe her too. Come on, bro.
Oh my God, I just don't know why it has to get that deep all the time when it comes to that conversation. Like, I feel like anytime we talk about homosexuality, LGBTQ, or anyone who isn't straight, that ends up being like a legit argument and a legit fight. And I just can't fathom ever giving a shit about what people do when I'm not around. Like, even if like you're doing it in your kitchen, like, I'm not even talking about sex, guys. I mean, I genuinely don't care what you guys do on your spare time. So like, I couldn't imagine, like, I couldn't imagine somebody being like, hey, Luz, as of lately, like, or Luly, I would say, hey, Luly, I feel like I really like to knit. And me be like, you're fucking knitting, dude? You don't know how to fucking sew anymore? What's wrong with you? That's fucking...
They want the action. They want the fight. It's always coming for somebody's head. You don't need to come for people's head.
That's what I'm saying. I never understood. I always thought that shit was weird. Like, don't get me wrong. So Web Bandit said, I think everybody respects Mike out of fear, just knowing that he is a force to be reckoned with. I agree to an extent, but I also feel like we respect him because you have to give credit where the man is a beast.
Some people bring up his past with women and being rough with them, and that's why they don't respect Mike. But you never know how it is. And the thing is, sometimes when you got the bag, women will bring up anything. Your friends, your cousins, any type of family will bring up all kinds of nonsense that didn't happen to take your money. So that's the only problem. We never know if the allegations were ever really true. I know women that have hurt themselves to have bruises. I'm not saying that's what happened with Robin Givens or anybody else. I'm just saying.
It's happened. It happened, right. Also lied about being raped.
Yeah, it definitely has happened, and it sucks. And that's why people have become a part of the society recording and everything. And honestly, again, with the people that lash out over the smallest little thing, I think it's really in the social media, you feel like so much power of making comments quick with your thumbs that now you're it's my opinion, I can say it. Boom. Well, what's your opinion? Why would your opinion be so big over knitting? Because that will happen. Somebody would blitz on you about, what are you, a clown? You fucking, like, it's made people so cynical just to get a rise. And then they're like, yo, bro, I just asked you a question. Because when you come back at them, yo, I was just asking you a question, bro. They try to downplay it. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, they don't really engage or have a conversation often. So they're used to just lashing out. And then when you bring it to them, yo, why you coming for me, bro? They just not emotionally in tune. And that's why even if you're untagged, take time out to not be on tag, to not be on social media, to not be on Facebook, Instagram, and what have you, Snapchat. Unplug sometimes. It's okay to unplug. Like half the time when I'm messing up and I don't pull up on the morning show either on time or at all, like yesterday, I think Lulu's gonna kick my butt. But she lets me breathe. And sometimes if she's, I don't know, in sleep land, I don't ride her for it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, she needs to sleep. Especially, she's like, look, people love this face. This face has to sleep sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't believe in that.
If Luly takes 42 minutes to brush her teeth, it's a lot of teeth to brush. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. But she's up at 7:48, taking her 42 minutes for the teeth. She's way more prepared than I. You know what I'm saying? She takes longer to do the teeth than I take to put all the pictures together with the fly. But anyway, What do y'all think? What do y'all think about people playing God with their bodies, putting all this stuff in there, and Cardi B saying that she felt confidence, and other people can't have that much confidence. Yeah, you still got confidence because even if it's falling below you, you're still putting it back in there. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of you dancing, but on live.
Yeah, that was nice. But the worst part about it that I felt so bad about was like you can blatantly tell that she was embarrassed. Like she was like she grabbed it and then she was like boop. She looked like she was doing the otter dance all the way to the camera. She was just like, and then the clip just stopped, and I feel like what sucks about
doing tag, it would have been better. It would have been better. At least you could have been acting like you're doing the otter dance.
She could have been.
Come on, Kay. Come on over to tag. I'll see. Maybe I'll delete the flyer.
It's just sad because she's been doing so much to help other people that have that situation, and for people to like ridicule her for like a mistake.
She's a very good person.
She's a very good person, and I feel like she was already like a beautiful woman. She already had the body, because she even said herself, K Michelle has always had a big butt. Like that was something that when she came out, everybody was like, "Whoa, like K Michelle's body's crazy." And she said her own PR team was like basically just like what's the word I'm looking for? Like giving her the influence, like pressuring her. There you go. They were pressuring her to get her body done because they were like, you need more though. Like you're in competition with these women that have bigger butts. Like you need more. And she actually was like, I need it.
Fire them and sue them. Period.
But the thing is, that's what I'm trying to say by like a lot of these women, they feel like they're confident, but their confidence comes from their husband who tells them they're beautiful, or society that, puts them at a certain category. And you guys have to understand, like your beauty, like for example, right? What you guys see from me is my physical. If I walked around not taking care of myself, always with my head down, thinking I was ugly, thinking I wasn't worth it, everybody's going to treat me that way. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter what you guys see, because at that point you're going to be like, damn, that girl clearly don't love herself. You get what I'm saying? So how come somebody who puts that facade up for you guys? Because let me tell you, and I say this with the most respect, I have a good handful of friends that are famous on social media. And guess who they come to talk to about their shit? Me. Guess who knows that they're broke? They have no money. You feel me? These people literally will live on social media. Like one of my homegirls right now, she's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love her to death. I would never blow up her spot, but I was just with her and we were talking about some crazy shit that's going on in her life. If you look at her on social media, you would think she was rich. You would think that she's always going out to different, events and shit, and she's not. She's genuinely broke. I went to another girl's house a long time ago who is a social media influencer, and she's dope. Don't get me wrong. Again, but she was so obsessed. Like, mind you, she was so obsessed with social media that there was times where she felt pressured. It wasn't even just a post. She was like, she would wake up and we would have a conversation in the bed for like a couple hours because we had just woke up, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, I didn't post this morning," and I'm like, "What? Like, I know you're an influencer. I know you have the following, but like, this isn't the life. Like the shit that you put on social media." Like, she would talk about working out, and I was with her for 2-3 days where she didn't work out at all. So I'm just like, dude, like, don't bullshit. Just be you. And that's what I mean. A lot of these social media people, they'll grab something that's vegan, take a picture of it, but they're eating a fucking burger. So like, you can't believe the hype, guys. I'm saying, like, people will do shit like that to like get the hype. Like, I've seen it.
Now I know that's a new one on me. Taking a picture of the vegan, act like you down with the program, but you over there killing yourself with the mukai. But the thing is, I have seen people post pictures that they never posted before, new, like they're really out there in Bali somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they went to Bali, but then what they'll do is they'll go to Bali and then they'll post pictures 3 months later of Bali, but you can't tell it's Bali. You'll be like, Bali 3 months ago, Jamaica today. Gonna unplug for a while. It's healthy, right? So they'll unplug because they don't have any more. They don't have any more pictures to show. So they'll unplug. I'm gonna put my phone down for the next 4 days in Jamaica, but they're not, because as soon as I saw their behind. I saw their behind in traffic.
You saw them in Jamaica Plain. That's what they failed to say.
Yeah, close. They was close. They was close to Jamaica playing. But but that's the thing. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell the drug.
Yeah, but like, why? Why do you give a fuck about people that don't finance you, that aren't fucking you, that genuinely do nothing for you, like, other than judge you? Because the thing is, I can literally be off social media for like 2 years, and when I come back on, people are gonna think that I didn't do shit with my life. Like, oh well, Luly, you must have not done anything because you didn't want to show anybody. You didn't tell anybody your accomplishments. Like, you weren't boasting about it. Most of the shit that I do, I don't talk about because I feel like it's happening to me. I'm enjoying the experience. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if it's something that's like really, really dope, yeah. But like even now, like I'm moving, I'm super excited. The place that I'm going to is amazing. I can't wait. But I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, look at my empty apartment. Hey guys, look, now it's fully furnished. Hey guys, look at me. Like, you're just gonna see a new background. You're gonna see new shit. And when people are like, hey, what happened to this? What happened to that?
Some people do it not to really push themselves, but because people really ask them. Some people have a following that
no, you're right.
About it. So that's why they show it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, not everybody is in that position of social media to have that many people ask them about that stuff, but then they still show it as it's kind of like nobody asks me showing everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they ask, show them. And sometimes you don't have to show all your moves. That's what I think. That's what she. And I think some of the people that do show their house and stuff like that, they're just happy. They come from a different place, and they're like, sometimes that's just what it is. And they're like, yo, I come from a different place, and I didn't even think I was gonna be here, but I am. And they try to inspire other people. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I agree. Like, I just some people on social media
probably shows that she has. I think she had a Chrysler 300 that she bought, paid off. She had a Mercedes that she paid off, but she did it all streaming.
Right.
Well, I think that was really to try to motivate people to say, yo, you can do this too, and don't just look at me and be like, oh yeah, I wish I could be like her, because you can be like me. So I think it all depends on how you do it,
right.
Honestly.
Your intention. Because I was going to say,
if it was just like how you said it, then it'll be wrong. But,
right. You know
what I'm saying? So I agree with that. But as long as it's everything in life. It's about how you get it. It's about how you get it.
And I feel like your intention too, because like you said, you could be putting it out there for motivation or whatever. Like personally, I'm just a private person, so I feel like if I had the car, if I had the house, like you guys just wouldn't know unless you've seen it in the background. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I accomplish something where now I'm getting recognized for it, or like, you know, if the day I get casted into a major film, things like that, I'm going to let you guys know because I want to inspire that into other people. I come from the hood, you know what I mean? Like, I come from Section 8. I come from having, welfare. Like, I grew up on all that stuff. Single parent home, 3 kids. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, of course. But I've seen one too many times. People literally envy me for no reason. Like, they'll meet me and they'll be like, oh, I wish I had your face. Like, this face comes attached to a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying? So, like, when I show...
A lot of cuckoo comes with that.
A lot of cuckoo, guys. I've been through some shit. So it's like, when I come on here and I act crazy as shit, that's because, like, I never really got to when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I had to grow up. I had to grow up super fast. I had to take care of kids when I was a kid. I was, like, 6 years old, changing diapers, feeding babies. You know what I mean? And, like, I think that's why I've developed into the person I am now. And I realized that, like, it's not really good to take anything too seriously. You can take something seriously. You can be serious about something. But, like, let's say, for example, I was passionate about this water bottle, right? And this is what I wanted to do my whole entire life. And then all of a sudden, everything I worked for just gets a crack in the middle. I can't use this water bottle anymore now. It has a crack in the middle. So it's like, you can't base everything off solely anything around you. And I think that's why I don't focus on one thing to inspire people for, because I feel like people, like I said, will envy me from what I look like. So now if I'm like, yeah, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, they're weird. They really are weird. And I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm hella superstitious. Like, I believe in the evil eye. I believe in people conjuring shit up in your life if you allow them to, you know what I mean? So I don't allow people. I don't let them know what I'm doing.
But if you watch American Gods, you know that it only exists because of how much you believe in it.
Of how much you believe?
of how much you believe in.
Yeah, hell yeah, I agree. But I do feel like some people can be very dark. You get what I'm saying? But I think we talked about this before on the morning show. Like, I'm not scared of, like, when people talk about demons and darkness and shit. Why would I be scared of something that we all have? We all have darkness. So,
exactly. The yin and the yang. So there's, yeah, and you did talk about how, like, when things act like they can enter your space and disrupt who you are, you kind of laugh at them because, like, come on, do you know the darkness that I got in me?
You don't want to pull out the big dog.
Middle finger, you know what I'm saying? But I posted the flyer, and we might have a little bit of the recording, not a full recording, but y'all comment to us, y'all let us know. You think Kanye's gonna actually try with these people to try to stay in the marriage game? Do you think that it's crazy to? Do you think it's crazy to try to play God with your body, or is it better that you just try to push your personality forward? Do you think Boosie would win against Tyson or Tyson's daughter? Not that it really matters because it'll never happen. And that's why sometimes you don't got to talk about certain stuff in a certain way. But yeah, and the baby, we all know that he didn't do that with that landlord. We know he didn't break cameras. We know that he didn't act up. He's the baby. So when anybody asks you, just tell them. Just tell them the baby would never do that. He would never take someone's phone and play catch with it like it's on the schoolyard. He would never. Never. Right? He would never take someone's kitchenware.
Never.
He would absolutely adhere to COVID protocols in California and not have 40 people for a video shoot. He would not do that. Let's bring the baby down. And one more time, in case we didn't mention it, a young man is home, and do we celebrate people going to jail? No. But what we do celebrate is standing on your own too. We do celebrate that you don't turncoat. We do celebrate that you stay solid and not many people take more. What's up, Bullet? A lot of people do not take more time to take care of their people. Now, bless you. I just wish that now it's all corporate. You do it all corporate now and less street. So welcome home to Bobby Shmurda. But stay out of jail, Bobby Shmurda. We just gotta say it. I might say it all week. Oh boy.
Rich Wade asked, morning show question